just takes hard work and dedication. Love what you're doing. If you love what you're doing, you're going to be successful at it. Don't matter what it is. If you don't love it, it's hard to be successful. It's not just a job, it's got to be a way of life.
What do you feed your brood pens?
Mostly pellets with a little grain.
Is there any specific pellets that you add?
Just a good quality lay pellet. Good 20%. My grown roosters, just a low maintenance, probably 75% grain mixture and 25% pellet. We get pretty cold the winter, so I increase the corn a lot in the winter to hold the heat and put a little more body fat on them. Keeps them a little warmer. And then when it starts warming up in the spring, you got to cut the corn back and increase the oats because they'll get too fat off the corn.
Now, when you do that, do you cut the corn completely or just scale it down?
Just scale it down.
How much do you feed a day?
What do you mean, per rooster or for a farm? Or?
Per rooster, how much do you feed a day? And then do you feed them once or twice a day?
If you feed them once, average of buying a sausage can. I don't know how much that is. I never weighed feed. Most people know how to feed in ounces, but I've never done that. I just always done it by volume and by how your mixture is to how your roosters feel. And you know, if they're getting too fat and you don't change your mixture, you can change your mixture and cut the fat back. But if you don't change your mixture, then you need to cut the amount back. So I just go kind of do it like that.
So would you say you'd have to learn your bloodlines to see how much you really want to feed them, and you don't want to feed them one specific amount?
Yeah, you know, a lot of bloodlines is different. My hatch chickens, they'll get really fat if I feed them the same amount as I do my sweaters and kelsos. The sweater and kelso chickens are more active and they burn a lot more calories, and I can feed them a lot more and keep them real good body weight. And I have to feed the green-legged roosters a little less because they're lazy and they'll get real fat on the same amount of feed.
Can you talk to us a little bit what's in your feed?
Just the yard maintenance feed is just corn and oats and wheat and sunflower seeds and pellets. It's just a basic.
Do you give anything else to your stags other than feed throughout the week? Like fruit cocktail?
Oh, yeah, I feed fruit cocktail about every other day, just a little bit of it.
Yeah, just whatever fruits you can get, or just a certain specific fruit that you always need to get?
I just buy that gallons of fruit cocktail. I learned that from Gary Gillum. Makes a little cottage cheese in it, and I run a little feed through a grinder, and I'll put a little bit of dog food in that one day, and then the fruit cocktail back and forth. I kind of make a little wet feed out of them, feed them a tablespoon in the morning, and then feed them the regular cup of yard feed in the evening.
So when you're administering your fruit cocktail, you just give them that in the morning to hold them on for the evening?
Yeah, it's just like a treat. It's like a little breakfast treat. Makes them happy to see you coming. They get a lot of moisture out of it, a little bit of sugar, and makes them really happy. They like it.
How often do you deworm and give vitamins?
The vitamins on the babies, real regular. The vitamins on the big ones, I don't give them any vitamins. You know, unless you're conditioning or breeding. If you're conditioning or breeding, you can give them little vitamins, but just yard maintenance, they don't need many vitamins, I don't think.
How do you keep your farm lice and mite free?
That's real easy. I use ivermectin pour-on for cattle. I give every rooster a couple sprays under the vent and in the V of their tail. The only thing we use on the ground is a disinfectant. Mostly it's around the baby boxes and stuff like that. Just to kill bacteria and stuff, kill mold.
What disinfectant do you use?
I don't even know the name of it. I'd have to show you the deal. Vercon is one of them, but I got another one I get at the poultry supply that I can't think of the name of it. It's really good stuff. It's what they use to spray the chicken houses in between the flocks. So it works really good.
What do you think is the biggest misconception about gamefowl breeders?
That they're bad people, that they're drug dealers and child molesters and stuff like that.
How important do you feel it is to break that stereotype? Because I mean, a lot of farmers or a lot of gamefowl breeders are good people, just everyday people,
Yeah.
nice neighbors.
It's really important because that they try to use everything like that to make us look bad to the public's eye that don't know chicken people or what they're about. But there's a lot of really good people in the chicken business. I've met some great ones. I got real good friends that love chickens. They're nothing but working people, honest people, family people. They love life. They just love chickens too.
What are some tips that you would give to someone looking to be as successful as yourself?
It just takes hard work and dedication. Love what you do, and if you love what you're doing, you're going to be successful at it. Don't matter what it is. If you don't love it, it's hard to be successful. It's not just a job, it's got to be a way of life.
What bloodline are you most proud of?
I don't know. Yeah, I like all my bloodlines. They just got different abilities is what I have them for, They're all got something they're really good at, and some of the blends make them good at everything.
What's your favorite part about being a breeder?
I really don't know. I like it all.
The good with the
Every
bad.
part of it, You're always looking forward to next year. You're always looking forward to the next step or the next season, or it's every step's a challenge, and you're always trying to perfect the next challenge.
What is something that is overlooked that can boost your gamefowl?
Move your pens, I think. Most everybody feeds and waters their chickens. You can buy good feed, and I've seen healthy chickens on dirty water. I've seen healthy chickens on clean water. I think most importantly they have water, but move your pens on fresh ground. Keep clean pens. Besides feeding them water, it's the most important thing you can do.
Now, do you always want your fowl to have grass, fresh grass, or is it just a plus if they do?
It's a plus if they do, but fresh ground of any kind. It don't matter if you move from one dirt spot to the next dirt spot. They'll go to digging and get happy, and they'll find minerals and stuff that, it's what a chicken does is scratch, and anything new, they're going to go to it and dig it up. That's what they love to do.
How important is your family to you?
They're probably most important. You can't do this on your own. You got to have all kind of help and lots of support.
What is a memory that you've had with your dad while you guys are outside on the yard that comes to your mind?
All the good memories of me and my dad is with chickens. Whether we was at derbies or we was at breeder's house looking at chickens, or we was traveling to one or the other talking about chickens, or we was at home working with our own chickens. That's what our relationship was chickens.
How important do you believe it is to have a vision when chasing your dream in the gamefowl industry?
Oh, you gotta have a vision, and you gotta have goals in your next step. Really, no matter what you're doing in life.
Where do you see yourself 10 years from now?
Bigger and better, I hope. That's what I'm gonna work toward.
Do you ever hope to expand your farm?
It's about as big as I want it. I don't want it much, really no bigger. I just want it more quality.
What would you want to be most known for?
Producing good chickens.
What are some advice for new breeders, or any tip that you would want to give any new breeders out there?
You know, learn from somebody good to take good care of your chickens. You got to take good care of your chickens, but you got to get good chickens. Make sure you get good chickens.
I seen the interview where you had said that you had got next to your top breeders. Is there a specific reason why you would want to get next to just your top breeders and learn from them, aside from people who haven't been doing it maybe as often?
Well, it don't really matter to me how big a scale you're on, but if you're successful, that's who you want to learn from. I mean, it's a lot easier to learn from somebody that's good at something than it is, you know. If you wanted to be a boxer, who you want to train you? The best trainer. If you wanted to play football, you want the best coach. Whatever you do, you want to learn from the best. They can teach you, you know. It's like when you're a kid, your dad tells you something about life. He knows because he's been there. He's done that. Life would be easy if we would listen to the elders.
How does it feel to be a well-respected breeder among your peers?
Oh, I don't know that I am, but I'm trying to be. I'm working on it. Thank you for visiting Sycamore Valley Farm. I'm Luke Bresee. Visitors welcome anytime.